Well, obviously I'm on the set of fucking Ramsay Street, and being on the set of Ramsay Street and all, we've got fucking cars going past and shit, as usual. And, this time I don't give a fuck what people think about fucking cars in the background. Obviously I'm fucking closer to the camera for you to fucking hear me. Isn't that right? So, I fucking triggered Brian Harvey. Yeah, triggered Brian Harvey because allegedly I live in fucking a Ramsay Street, and I'm part of Neighbours, or fucking Home and Away. I'm a Home and Away fucking rogue. I'm a Neighbours bully. Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. He knows all about Australia, doesn't he? He doesn't realise the fucking real Australians don't watch that bullshit, and if they do, they're fucking insipid Australians. Yeah, absolutely insipid fucking Australians. So, obviously, he didn't come out and tell you like I did, foreseeing the whole fucking scenario, that fucking what was actually going on with Tony Mortimer, who obviously had consensual rape with fucking his manager to get somewhere and get some fame and fortune. Unlike Brian Harvey, Tony Mortimer cleaned up his image. And just look him up. I showed it to you in the fucking last video that obviously triggered Brian Harvey. So yeah, and obviously Brian Harvey's stuck with his old fucking stupid image of fucking E17, still dresses up like he's living in the past and like he's some fucking Oompa Loompa with his big baggy pants and his hat backwards and all that bullshit. Whereas obviously Tony Mortimer, like he was asked on the interview, that fucking is he going to clean up his image, or is he going to fucking go with the bad boy image? Well, obviously Brian likes the bad boy image and never cleaned up his image, but Tony Mortimer, obviously fucking did some favours for the manager and got somewhere in life, whereas Brian didn't. Oh, it must have been consensual rape. Consensual fucking rape. And Brian Harvey's got nothing to fucking do with any of it, and he's going to rain it over yous all like fucking he's so ignorant of what was actually going on in the fucking band that, obviously he holds something over yous that is dear to your heart, which is fucking what? Sympathy, heartstrings and fucking bollocks. Absolute bullshit. So, while he's punching the air, punching fucking Anne in the face, obviously. Oh, Anne, oh, Anne, and shit. His dog, Isla, fucking shits itself, and then he tries to fucking cover it up, and then in the meantime, while he's fucking trying to cover it up, I was like, oh, look, and you think I'm fucking bad to my dogs? He uses Isla, which isn't the fucking same dog as Trigger, which was the dog that was fucking actually cowering in the fucking corner, as some example of how fucking great he is with fucking dogs. I mean, good one. What a fucking narcissist. Absolute fucking narcissist. He's a vain fucking narcissist, and there's no two ways about it, because obviously 22,000 followers, which he doesn't have, by the way. You just got to go and look at fucking Brian Harvey's live lounge to see how many fucking actual followers he has, how many actual followers that cared to fucking subscribe to his other account when so-called, it was happening and they were fucking coming to get him, which they're always coming to get him and shit. But obviously he only has like fucking around 3,000 fucking followers. At fucking most, and fucking he thinks that he's only got 22,000 followers because they skew the numbers, and how Brian Harvey's so vain and narcissistic that he made so many million records fucking sales and shit that he should have fucking millions of fucking followers, but he's only got fucking 22,000 followers. I mean, really. Yeah. And their funeral was fucking held back for a fortnight because, if they had have told everybody that Tom Watkins had died, Brian Harvey would have been there with the camera. So they did it for Brian Harvey. Yeah, that's what they did. It was all to do with fucking Brian Harvey. Fucking Brian Harvey. It's always all about Brian fucking Harvey. I mean, really. Tom Watkins is dead now because they can't blame Tom Watkins for the hitman that's coming after Brian Harvey. I mean, really. This is how vain and narcissistic Brian is. Oh, the hitman. Brian Harvey's got all this fucking knowledge about some person in his band that was raped, but he can't tell you anymore because, Tom Watkins is dead, so there's no point. But Tom Watkins is alive because it's all about Brian Harvey. Because they only fucking, Brian Harvey would be set up in such a way, and they'd fucking, try to fake fucking Tom Watkins' death because, Brian Harvey was going to fake his own death in 2015. I mean, really, because it's all about Brian Harvey. This is how narcissistic and fucking vain Brian fucking Harvey is. Yeah. All the people die around him to frighten him. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, all people die around Brian Harvey to frighten him. It's got nothing to do with death and shit, and the fact that people die. They're just dying to frighten him. It's a big fucking staged event around Brian Harvey to fucking get under his skin and frighten him. Because, oh, it's all fucking make-believe, and he doesn't trust anything, including the fact that, Tom Watkins is dead. But Tom Watkins is dead now, so he can't tell you all the truth. Like, he can't tell you what it's all about, why Brian Harvey is like he is, remember? Oh, Brian Harvey is like he is because of fucking what this big secret to do with Tom Watkins and this person being raped in the band, and fucking blah, 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 blah. Why? Because this person got raped consensually in the band and made it big time, and Brian Harvey didn't. He got nowhere because he didn't bend over. Or is that the fucking big catch-22 here? Is that why Brian Harvey is like he is, and why he has so much malice and angst against Tom Watkins, whom obviously he didn't bend over for? I mean, really, doesn't take a genius to know that fucking somebody come out on top with all of the fucking bullshit that you see going on with fucking E17, and it was the composer, the person that Tom Watkins knew long before he knew any of the other fucking people in the band, Terry, John and Brian, per se, and obviously, and the next thing you know, oh, they're making fucking Christmas singles for 2019 and still making money, still getting favours. Wonder why that is, because they got favours, fucking handing out favours to the stupid manager of the band to begin with, per se. So, yeah. I mean, really, it was all consensual. Whatever this stuff is all about, it had nothing to do with what, he's going to reign over you all and use to his advantage to suck you all in because of heartstrings, heartstrings and sympathy and fucking, oh, wow, oh, we all care fucking mentality when nobody actually gives a shit. No, if everybody gave a shit, they'd do something about these situations, but they don't do anything. They just sit back and watch and prove they never gave a fucking shit to begin with, and they just love fucking drama. Yeah. Meanwhile, Brian Harvey's punching the fucking air, using the air as a fucking example of Anne's face, punching the air with his fucking fist and punching it into his fucking hand and stuff. And next thing you know, fucking Isla, his dog's fucking cowering next to him, so he has to try to cover that up and go, oh, okay. Oh, he gets all fucking nervous, and then he starts using Isla, fucking the bitch, as an example of why dogs love him, when the dog that was cowering in the corner was obviously whom? Trigger. Trigger. So Trigger is fucking cowering in the corner, and Brian Harvey uses Isla as an example of how much dogs love him. Well, I'd like to see you punch the air in front of Trigger's face, Brian Harvey, considering the whole point was you were punching the air and you jumped up and you all of a sudden caring about fucking Isla, and Isla was obviously, cowering too, and you had to try to cover it up and then turn the situation around to try to make out like you're such a loving person when it comes to dogs. You fucking narcissist. I mean, for fuck's sake, punching the fucking air, little fucking moron. Yeah, you're consoling your fucking dog. I've got lots of cars around me. Funny that, hey? Because I'm on Ramsey Street, and I'm a fucking, a home and away rogue. Home and away rogue, yeah. And I'm a fucking neighbour's bully. The neighbour's bully. As Brian Harvey knows so much about Australia. He knows so much about all kinds of things, doesn't he, Brian? He just pretends to. If he doesn't, that's for fucking sure. So, Tony Mortimer cleaned up his image. He got rid of the bad boy image, but Brian Harvey is seen, as you can fucking tell, if you fucking look at him. You just got to go type in Brian Harvey and fucking see what comes up and shit. And compare it to Tony Mortimer, who cleaned up his image and got rid of the bad boy image. But Brian Harvey's lost in the past, fucking wearing, as somebody fucking, I'm quoting somebody in my comments recently, Oompa Loompa clothes, still, with his big baggy fucking pants, and fucking moronic fucking lifestyle, and let alone his stupid hats. Stupid fucking hats. I like the fucking, little MK Ultra shit that was going on too in the fucking live stream yesterday from Brian Harvey. Oh, that was fucking hilarious. Oh, fucking a dolly daydream. Next thing you know, Brian Harvey's in a daydream. Oh my god. And they're talking about grooming. And next thing you know, fucking, Brian Harvey's all like a Mr. Philosopher. He goes from fucking absolute fucking, pissed off, triggered example of fucking, you know, an absolute liar who's been outshined because somebody come out with the truth before him and just proved, you know, 100% that Brian Harvey was never going to tell you the truth to begin with, and fucking, yeah, obviously he never did. The proof's in the fucking live stream. And the next thing you know, this new witchy fucking woman, you know, has fucking Brian, you know, all fucking up in her siren fucking tactics, and Brian's all like, oh, I'm gonna be Skyping with Dolly Daydream, and Brian Harvey goes into a daydream and he starts fucking being the fucking philosopher of all philosophers and talking about fucking Eckhart Tolle, or as he likes to say, Tolle, Eckhart Tolle. It was only fucking anything because of Oprah. His new age fucking movement. And then Brian Harvey sits there and says he fucking knows something about God. Knows something about God. And I'm going to hell apparently because I fucking shat blood. And I'm still fucking, what, shit blood. And nobody's ever fucking done anything for me all this fucking time. And apparently that's why Brian Harvey, again, pushing the same agenda, contacted me when I had nothing to do with that. He contacted me over his fucking live streams because of Sparkle. I mean, really. He likes the fact you're all dumb. And I've already proven all this shit. Like I have to fucking prove it all again. I could stop this right now and go and get a fucking thing telling you when they cancelled. Cancelled my fucking appointment. Cancelled my appointment again. Which was fucking last month. Or some shit. Or the month before. So, no, nothing's happened with all that. And apparently I'm going to hell because Brian Harvey cared about fucking blood coming out my fucking rectum. Oh, and fucking, because he cared about blood coming out my rectum and he reached out to me, fucking, when he reached out to me because of Sparkle, with all of his fucking absolute conniving fucking women, like Dolly Daydream, who's just going to be another example of fucking Sparkle or fucking me probably. He's going to turn around and accuse her of being some fucking plant. Why don't we get ahead of the game with that, considering we were with fucking Laura Kelly, or was it Lewis? I mean, absolute fucking moronic fucking shit. That's all it fucking is. So, you know, and because Brian holds a Bible, you know, if people have a go at Brian because he's holding a Bible, they're going to die, apparently. They're going to die, you know, because people will die for dissing Brian and his Bible, holding up his Bible, because it's like fucking, you know, putting the boot into God, and God kills people who fucking put the boot into God because people are holding a Bible, apparently, yeah. And that's what fucking all the fucking pastors and shit spinners in fucking these massive cults around the world, and religious cults and shit, would like you to think too. And Brian Harvey, being the narcissist vain motherfucker he is, will expect you to fucking think the same thing, i.e. his fucking latest fucking live stream. Yeah. So, oh, there, that's right, I'm 26 too, apparently. No, I don't go under Scorpio 1980 because I was born in 1980. It's got nothing to do with it. I'm just 26, so I'm not fucking like 39. No, I'm 26. Yeah, fucking moron. Absolute fucking moron. Yeah. So, Dolly Daydream. Brian goes into a daydream and becomes fucking philosopher. At the end of his video, like fucking MK Ultra has been, you know, struck. All of a sudden he sees Dolly Daydream, and the next thing you know, fucking Brian Harvey's in a daydream, and he fucking, you know, he's got all this great knowledge for everybody after he's fucking sitting there attacking people, showing his true nature and shit, because he can't take fucking, you know, some creative criticism per se, because oh, he knows it all, and how dare people have the fucking answers before he fucking comes out with them. What was the big problem with me? What was the whole big fucking splurt out about me? What was it all really about? Was it about my last video? Because I told everybody about the rape and I explained it perfectly. It was consensual. It was obviously consensual, and it all had to do with Tony Mortimer. Yeah, Tony Mortimer, and Brian Harvey doesn't have a fucking chance of fucking speaking for Tony Mortimer. That's what it's all actually about. Tony Mortimer speaks for himself. Brian Harvey doesn't speak for Tony Mortimer. Tony Mortimer actually got what he wanted in life. Brian Harvey didn't actually get what he wanted in life. That's Brian Harvey's big fucking dilemma here. And this is why Brian Harvey is why he is. Because he didn't get fucking what he wanted in life. It had nothing to do with fucking Brian Harvey. It had all to do with Tony Mortimer, who fucking founded fucking E17 to begin with. And E17 would never have been E17 if it wasn't for Tony Mortimer and fucking, Tony Mortimer giving fucking Brian Harvey a free ride. All Brian Harvey was a pretty boy to put at the fucking front. And he hated that because he had no talents, you see. All the talent was in the other members. Brian Harvey doesn't write his own fucking songs. He just sings other people's songs. He's like fucking Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley, how many songs did fucking Elvis Presley write? Original fucking songs. Yeah, oh that's right, Brian Harvey thinks Elvis Presley is a fucking pedophile because he married a fucking young 16-year-old. Yeah, well that's how it was back then, Times are changing. Have you ever heard that song by Bob Dylan? Bob Dylan a pedophile too, or did he sell his soul to the devil? I don't give a fuck. It's all rumours. It's all good for fucking publicity, isn't it, Brian? That's what it's all really about. Well, you fucking use Isla to fucking show how much fucking Trigger actually loves you. But Isla's the one cowering on the fucking thing while you punch the air and use your fucking hand as an example of fucking Anne's face. You're a really nice guy, Brian. You really are. While you sit there and fucking tell all these people that you fuck their mothers, that's why they actually got a problem with you, or their fucking grandmothers and all this shit. Why is that? Because of how old you are? These were all your groupies, were they, back in the day in fucking E17? And you're so sexy and all that. All their mothers fucking love you so. I mean, really, yeah. Like fucking this Dolly Dre daydream is fucking something, You're gonna get her into bed too now with your fucking little charming fucking ways. It's fucking funny over there in the UK with charm, isn't it? Everyone else knows charm is evil, but you're fucking oh so charming. You can play it all so fucking good. So Tom Watkins faked his own death now. Yeah, because it's all about Brian Harvey. Always was about Brian Harvey. Nothing to do with anybody else. Brian Harvey is the star, remember? Now, how dare somebody take away that stardom? Oh, he had it so fucking well because he was a star. Oh, wow. And this star, well, my tobacco and shit flies everywhere. And this star fucking mentality hasn't left him all these fucking years. Good one. Well. So, what's this shit about maggots, Brian? Maggots, and you know in the Bible oh so fucking well. When the Bible actually tells you that you're a man, you're a maggot. You're a maggot, Brian, in Job. Do you know that? Do you know your Bible? Do you know it at all? Job 25:6. Job 25:6 clearly says if you're a man, you're a maggot. And the son of man is a worm. Yeah. And it's not just being a fucking, being a roundabout fucking way of expressing something evil. No, not at all. That's God's opinion. God's opinion is if you're a man, you're a maggot, Brian Harvey. That's what the Bible tells you. That Bible that you hold up and fucking everyone's going to die because you're holding a Bible and God's going to fucking cast them down because you're, putting down God somehow? Huh? Is that what it's all about? You're putting the boot into God. Yeah, good one. When the Bible itself tells you that you're a fucking maggot for being a man, Brian Harvey, because you're certainly not the son of man. You're the son of man, Brian Harvey. If you're the son of man, you're a worm. You're a worm. You're not a maggot. You're a worm, Brian Harvey, if you're the son of fucking man. But no, you're a man, Brian Harvey, and you're a pathetic one at that. So therefore, you're a fucking maggot. Just like the Bible tells you, the Bible that you don't understand, the God you don't fucking know, Jesus Christ was a fucking worm, Brian Harvey. Just like King David was a worm, Brian Harvey. Yeah, just like Jacob was a worm, Brian Harvey. Just as it says in Isaiah 41:14, Brian Harvey. Just like King David says himself that he is a worm in Psalm 22:6, Brian Harvey. And just like it tells you that all men are maggots in Job 25:6, Brian Harvey. But you don't know much about fucking your own scripture, let alone fucking God, your own beliefs in the Bible. Instead, you fucking like to follow idiots like fucking Oprah Winfrey fucking promotes on her fucking television program, which is Eckhart Tolle. I mean, congratulations. What a moron. How stupid of you, Brian fucking Harvey. So who got triggered? Who was triggered? Was it Anne or was it Brian Harvey? I think Brian fucking Harvey got triggered. Yes, Brian Harvey. Well, that stupid woman that's fucking nagging in the background comes back with some food and the dog sniffs as a bag. Oh my God, it's that woman, Brian Harvey. That woman, the fucking friend in the background. Oh, how dare I outshine you, Brian Harvey, isn't it? It's always, how dare I outshine Brian Harvey. It's got nothing to do with anything else but me outshining Brian Harvey. While he proves he's a fucking narcissist and everything revolves around him. Everything. 22,000 fucking followers or subscribers when he should have millions because he sold millions of records and they're holding the numbers back. Oh, it's just all proof that it's all everyone's against Brian fucking Harvey. Yeah, it's like the funeral was held back for 2 weeks because it's all against Brian Harvey. Because if they had fucking told everybody when he actually died, Brian Harvey would have shown up with fucking cameras and shit and ruined somebody's fucking funeral because he couldn't fucking ruin their life. You know, it was all about ruining their life to begin with because Brian Harvey didn't get his way. Yeah, that's what it was all about, wasn't it, Brian Harvey? Had nothing to do with fucking, you know, on people and pedophiles, because you know damn fucking well that the so-called person who had consensual rape in their fucking life out of your band actually got somewhere in life, whereas you didn't. Yeah, and he fucking fulfilled everything that he was going to fucking do. He didn't just lay back and be a layabout fucking moron that fucking repeated himself, backsliding all the time to his stupid bad boy image. No, he actually fucking changed his image and became fucking who he was today, including fucking, what's that? Oh, making fucking choir fucking singles out of his fucking hit singles back in the day. Yeah, stay another day, Brian Harvey. But you didn't stay another day, did you, Brian? They kicked you out of the fucking band. Well, and Tom Watkins is so dead because, they can't blame Tom Watkins now on the hitman. So Brian Harvey's life is in more danger now because Tom Watkins is dead, and Tom Watkins isn't going to fucking get blamed for the hitman that's going to come and get Brian Harvey, because it's all about Brian fucking Harvey. Do I have to repeat myself over and over again how fucking vain and narcissistic this bloke is? Because obviously, if you fucking got any brains, you got any sense in your fucking head, and you got any fucking tickers in there, your fucking skull, beneath that fucking skull of yours, then you'd understand Brian Harvey is absolutely a fucking narcissist pig. Vain narcissist pig. Yeah. That's all he fucking ever was. That's all he will remain to fucking be. Because all people die around him. Even people die. God kills people around him just for fucking to frighten him, apparently. But no, it's all conspiracy. Other people are fucking faking their deaths and shit around Brian Harvey to make Brian Harvey more afraid. That's what's actually going on. People don't actually die. Shit doesn't actually happen. No, people fucking, this has all got to do with Brian Harvey. It's all fucking because Brian Harvey has absolutely lost the plot. Yeah, and that's what he'd like used to fucking think. But it's got nothing to do with that. It's just got to do with a selfish little fucking spoiled brat. Yeah, Brian Harvey, the selfish little spoiled brat that obviously fucking didn't change his image. Didn't change his image like the so-called consensual rape victim, who obviously Brian Harvey had no evidence of, or had nothing to fucking say about, because obviously he's proven it in his last fucking live stream, and I said it all before he had the chance to. So how dare I, and how dare I trigger him for fucking telling people the truth that he should have fucking told yous, while he punches the air and fucking scares his fucking bitch. Yeah, and then fucking uses his bitch as an example for fucking his trigger dog, who was actually the one cowering in the fucking corner. Like he fucking, like he's all saint. A saint. Oh my God. And he doesn't even know his own fucking Bible. Yeah, because he doesn't know that men are maggots. What a moron. But now he's going to go and fucking be, serenaded by a fucking siren, which is Dolly Daydream, while he goes off in a daydream like some MK Ultra victim, and fucking, next thing you know, he's going to be Skyping her, and this is going to be his next hold fill. His hold fucking fill. Good luck with that fucking hole, Brian. Because she probably wears witch's boots like fucking Sparkle. Considering, they're all in bed together. And next thing you know, Brian's going to be like, we can't fucking trust anyone. I can't even have mods because they all work for Sparkle. And they've all fucking fooled me. When actually he's being groomed by a bunch of dumb bitches, obviously. And fucking, he's got a bunch of dumb bitches to groom for him. Because obviously he's all part of it all. And she's just the next Grobnob, because Grobnob's gone on the ground now, hasn't he, Brian Harvey? Because all of a sudden I pointed out and proved that Grobnob was part of Sparkle, and they got rid of Sparkle and shit, and they moved in the Grobnobs, and fucking next thing you know, Grobnob's been exposed, and the next one's Dolly Daydream, just another witch boot wearing fucking fiend. One of Sparkle's friends, probably all fucking Sparkle, like the person who's sitting there picking out all these people for you to use. I mean, really? You moron. Absolute moron. Well, I go to hell because I bleed out my ass. Oh my God, I go to hell because I bleed out my ass. You're a fucking idiot. You're all fucking idiots for having anything to do with fucking an idiot such as Brian fucking Harvey, who is so up himself and vain and narcissistic and such a fucking absolute head case that you must be all proven head cases and narcissistic and vain too. Really. Well, because Tom Watkins is still alive. Yeah, that's what you have to expect to believe now, because Brian Harvey wants you not to know the truth about this so-called rape victim and why Brian Harvey is like he is, which has obviously been absolutely exposed and proven by me long in advance already, yet again. And fucking yeah, he needs another excuse to say, oh, it's not worth it, because apparently he's dead now, so it's not worth it. I'm not going to tell you all, but he's still alive, because obviously he's gone to fucking Hawaii to live out his days and surf. Yeah, because Brian Harvey knows all the fucking truth and shit. So if he's still alive and he's off in fucking Hawaii surfing, wouldn't it be the right thing to tell us everything and still fucking put that shit out there, just in case he gets resurfaces, you know, if somebody finds him over there in Hawaii, Brian? But oh no, you're going to follow the official story and not tell everybody the truth. Because why? Because I fucking told everybody the truth long before you and pointed out the absolute fucking facts of the situation, which was all consensual. It was all fucking scratching fucking somebody's back for a bit of a favour, getting your own back scratched in return. Yeah, good one. Yes, well, fucking Brian is so fucking stupid, you know, he's just like absolutely lost it. He's proved it in his last fucking example of a fucking stupid video. Meanwhile, you know, our fucking Prime Minister over here is fucking basically walking around with people with the coronavirus. Yeah, so not only Donald Trump should be fucking locked up for 14 days, but he hasn't been, because, you know, he's been fucking basically, you know, waltzing around with coronavirus fucking so-called fucking infected people. And now our fucking Prime Minister's waltzing around with fucking coronavirus infected people, and he doesn't have to go fucking underground for fucking 14 days. No, he just has to fucking continue doing his job, and everybody else must bend over and do what they're told. Do as I say, not as I do. That's what Brian Harvey's all about too, isn't it? While they fucking, you know, wank on about this fucking bullshit coronavirus, which is obviously something like I've proven that everybody's going to get. While they fucking make believe that you're going to somehow fucking protect yourselves from getting it somehow. Yeah, nah, it's obvious. Yeah, this was all done on fucking purpose. It was the fucking scapegoat for the economy that's still fucking falling and crashing and crumbling, and you're all fucking going to lose everything. Everyone's going to lose everything. The baby boomers, everyone fucking lived their fucking lie, thinking they're fucking getting somewhere in life with their superannuation and bullshit, and they're fucking losing it all, and they're just, you know, fodder for the fucking new world war, which is going to come under fucking Syria, Iran, Russia, and China. Just as fucking they always fucking wanted it. Meanwhile, you're all fucking, you know, stupefied, thinking that it's just some big hoax and the coronavirus doesn't exist, when obviously it does exist. It does exist. It fucking absolutely exists, and it's genocide, mass genocide of getting rid of fucking certain kinds of people, and which are the, you know, the strong survive and the fucking weak die, isn't it? Isn't that what it's all about? Because that's their religion. That's their fucking stupid religion, just like Eckhart Tolle will tell you. Who Brian Harvey believes. Eckhart Tolle. Yeah, because it's all about the strong. And Brian Harvey thinks that I use fucking scriptures to my advantage. Well, why don't you look up fucking Eckhart Tolle and what he's done, where he's gotten in life, because of fucking using scriptures to his advantage while not backing up what he says with other fucking scriptures in the Bible. He just takes a scripture and he fucking throws it out there. Next thing you know, fucking he's like layering on top of that scripture like all his own fucking agendas and shit that never exists if you take that scripture and read it with the Bible in its full context and realise what the scripture's actually saying. You know, just like people like Brian Harvey who think fucking what they preach in churches is the truth, while he sits there and says that he fucking likes Jesus Christ, but he fucking erases Jesus Christ out of a song written specifically for Jesus Christ, right? Yeah, by the commissioners or whatever the fuck they are. Commissioned fucking band, and the next thing you know, oh, he has to go and brag how he loves Jesus Christ. Well, why don't you put Jesus Christ in the fucking song that was written for Jesus Christ, Brian? Or is that just because, you know, you'd prefer to fucking stooge the people that you fucking claim are your fans, all 3,000 of them, not 22,000, nor millions, as your fucking ego would love to fucking, you know, everybody to believe. And while you fucking sit there and say, oh, it's all lost now, and you're not going to deal with Ian Paddock, and you're not going to deal with fucking Tom Watkins, because Tom Watkins has faked his death now, and there's no point, because, you know, why, he's dead, but he faked his death, so he's obviously still alive. Yeah, good one. And next thing's what, Rupert Murdoch. Oh, Rupert Murdoch's just the head man, and it's the fucking organisation, you know, that's underneath fucking all of Rupert Murdoch's fucking bullshit that you have to take on to sue. So if Rupert Murdoch could die tomorrow and you could just extend that out for fucking another fucking, how was it, 26 years? 25 years? What is it, 27 years? God knows how long. Isn't it too late? You know, isn't there a time frame on these things? You think you're going to get money out of fucking his little fucking, you know, organisation that's underneath him, that fucking, because he's not sitting there putting fucking the red and blue fucking wires together. I mean, really, it's got nothing to do with him. It's got to do with the people who fucking work for him that actually fucking hacked or tapped you or whatever the fuck you fucking say. And that was like 26, 27, 25, whatever years ago. I mean, that's all fucking bollocks. All bollocks. And any of you fucking morons out there that fucking buying into any of this shit and think you fucking know anything about it, or Brian Harvey, or fucking, you know, fucking pulling your fucking heartstrings because of him, and you fucking, you know, you want to jump on board and prove to everybody how caring you are because, oh, you care for Brian Harvey, the biggest narcissist, fucking psychopath, fucking, you know, so-called pop star there ever fucking was. And it's all in plain sight. But you all love that shit, don't you? You love it, just like you love brick walls in fucking Ramsey Street, obviously, because Brian Harvey's all about his brick wall. His brick wall doesn't even exist, it's fake. Fucking hell. Yeah, it's fucking fake. You're all fake for fucking believing any of this shit. Full fucking stop. Alright, absolute fucking fake. So, what's the next thing gonna be? Dolly Daydream? Is it gonna be Dolly Daydream? Oh, Dolly and Allie? Was it Allie and Dolly? Oh, fucking whoever the fuck. I don't give a fuck. It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. And Brian Harvey's sitting there all starstruck. Starstruck because he loves Dolly Daydream. And Dolly Daydream puts him in fucking daydreams, and he becomes big philosophers to impress his new fucking found love that he's going to Skype and get to know, and they're gonna have fucking like a live stream together and all this stuff, because Brian Harvey is obviously fucking you know, victim of MK fucking Ultra or something, on top of the rest of this fucking bullshit agenda psyop that he fucking absolutely is pushing on the internet, and is the fucking kingpin fucking frontman for. But how he loves to stooge you fucking all. So, think what you will, people, but obviously, who come out on top here screaming for vengeance? Oh, that was me, wasn't it? Yeah, well, the rest of you fucking morons fell for an absolute joke of a fucking psyop situation, and the next thing you know, oh, Brian's got no leg to stand on, and apparently I fucking love the fact that, you know, oh, fucking Tom Watkins got away with it. What did he get away with? If anybody got away with anything here, it was fucking Tony Mortimer, and he got away with fucking everything that he wanted. Fame and fortune, and that's what Brian Harvey don't want you to fucking know is his actual problem in this whole scenario, and why Brian Harvey is like he fucking is. So, enjoy that. Au revoir.